Awesome Living. Myself, Dr. Suchita, an Ayurvedic consultant. Today, I would like to share with you Hemanta Rutucharya or winter regimen. Seasonal changes affects human body and its nature in the same manner because both have the same base, that is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, these three doshas and five elements, that is earth, water, fire, air and space, that is Pancha Mahabhutas. Let us start with the general information about the seasons. A year is divided into two periods depending upon the direction of the movement of the sun, northern solstice and southern solstice. Here we call it Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. A year is divided into 6 seasons. Northern solstice consists of late winter, spring and summer, and the time period is from mid-January to mid-July. Southern solstice consists of 3 seasons, monsoon, autumn and winter, and the time period is from mid-July till mid-January. Northern solstice or Uttarayan is ruled by the sun. Due to excessive heat and sweat, we feel weak and dehydrated. Our digestive power also slows down. In Ayurveda, it is called Mandagni. Southern solstice or Dakshinayan, we also call it Visargakal, is ruled by moon. Due to moon's cooling quality, our strength increases, our digestive power is at its peak and hence we feel healthy. Now let us talk about winter regimen. Winter is divided into two periods, early winter and late winter. Early winter is from mid-November till mid-January and late winter is from mid-January till mid-March. Winter regimen remains same for both the seasons. In winter, Pitta gets pacified, Kapha starts accumulating in the body, and Vata also increases to some extent. In winter, due to external cold temperature, heat inside the body remains in the stomach, and hence the digestive power increases, that is, Jataragni becomes very good. It also maintains internal body temperature, and with this very good appetite, one can eat a very healthy and heavy diet. Winter diet should be Kapha and Vata pacifying. One can eat sweet, salty and sour food and moderate amount of ghee and oil. One should have freshly harvested grains like rice, wheat, bajra, millets, pulses, black gram, Bengal gram, which is also known as chana dal or besan. In winter, it's good to have all kinds of dry fruits, food items made with jaggery because it pacifies kapha and vata. And as there is no or very minimal sunlight, milk and dairy products can protect us from getting vitamin D deficiency, except curd because it may increase kapha. In winter, high protein and high fiber diet, oats and soya products, and flax seeds are also good to have. Flax seeds have more fibers, omega 3 fatty acids, vitamin E, antioxidants, and they also take care of your belly fat. In vegetables, one can eat seasonal vegetables like cabbage, red cabbage, cauliflower, tomato, carrots, green peas, capsicum. In fruits, one can eat all kinds of seasonal and regional fruits like oranges, apples, grapes, guavas, pomegranate. In winter, we should use all kinds of spices and garam masalas which are available in our kitchen. In non-veg, one can eat red meat, aquatic animal flesh, meat soup, and avoid dry fish. Now let us see what to avoid in winter season. In winter season, one should avoid bitter, astringent, and pungent taste food and food that is easily digestible because it may increase vata dosha in the body. So grains like red lentils, barley, green gram, older grains one should avoid, and too much of sprout. One should also avoid drinking cold water, eating ice cream, aerated drinks, and fasting. Now let us talk about Patya Vihar or winter daily routine. In winter, get up early in the morning, do routine exercises like yoga, pranayam, or aerobics, and if possible, go out jogging and walk in the sun. Wear heavy winter clothes, especially close your ears. Now, before taking bath, massage your whole body or oil your whole body, which is called Abhyanga in Ayurveda. You can massage your body with vata pacifying medicated oil or sesame oil. It improves blood circulation, it maintains the warmth inside the body, it prevents skin diseases caused due to dryness, it is anti-aging, rejuvenating, stress busting and muscle relaxing. After Abhyanga, one should do Udvartan, that is applying mixture of herbal powders like licorice, that is Mulethi, Glycyrrhiza glabra, that is Gestamut, turmeric powder, a pinch of gram powder and milk. Mix it together and apply that paste around your face and all over the body and scrub it off. It acts as a nice scrub and gives nice glow, removing dead skin cells. After Udvartan, one should take warm water bath. Let us now see some common diseases which occur in winter due to vitiated vata and kapha and how to prevent them. And they are common cold, throat infection, bronchitis, asthma, pneumonia, dry skin, itching, joint stiffness and pains, especially in older people. Skin damage and joint stiffness can be avoided by doing abhyanga or oil massage as described earlier. To avoid common cold, cough and flu-like symptoms, always drink warm water, and warm water can also be taken with honey and ginger powder. A mixture of ginger powder, black pepper powder along with turmeric and honey can also be taken to avoid common cold. Nasal congestion can be avoided by taking regular steams with camphor or menthol oil. Gargling with lukewarm water along with pinch of turmeric will also help. Staying in warm environment and taking green tea, hot fresh soup or ginger lemon tea or tulsi ginger tea can maintain the body temperature and protects from many diseases. In Ayurveda, for winter season, Rasayan Chikitsa is prescribed. It is anti-aging, rejuvenating, immunity boosting treatment. For this, one can take Chamanprash early morning or Brahma Rasayan or Agastha Haritaki Rasayan. It increases Ozabal and enhances Dhatu Agni. That means it increases overall stamina of the body for the coming new year. So enjoy the winter, follow these all precautions and tips and stay healthy. Thank you so much and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to have a blossom living.